Hey, you guys. What's that? Like, no, it's like Electric
I think
Company
it's
or
the
one of those.
Goonies,
I don't
maybe?
think.
Hey,
You
hey,
are
you guys.
on the line with
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, the Goonies. It is the Goonies.
Okay, cool.
It's the Goonies. Guys, congratulations on the show. 10 years. 10 years of escaping zombies. I'm surprised you guys are still alive and have evaded
So are we.
the clutches.
Same here.
I mean, 10 years, you very rarely get to do things as actors as 10 years. I guess you hope at some point in your career you might get to play someone for, a season or maybe go back for a sequel. But 10 years is a long time. How has that been for you guys? I mean, what an experience it's been for you to do something for 10 years.
It is an incredible length of time, and yet at the same time, I don't have a whole lot to compare it to. It's kind of obviously the biggest thing I've ever done, and there's only a few times where I have that little drop-in moment. And by the drop-in moment, I it's kind of like where I just like plop back in and I have that like, wait a minute, this is 10 years, where you stop and think about it for a second and it just kind of smacks you and it's like, that's a long time. Sometimes I'm walking around, I'm like, where have I been? Or I'll go out into, I'll go out to the store and I'm like, this has been a long time. This is 10 years. It's that weird drop in moment.
Would it be
self-awareness?
Would it make it three presidents? 3 presidents that you guys have been on the show for? I'm just thinking of it in my head now.
Yeah.
Obama, the middle guy, and the new guy.
Yes.
Yeah, the middle guy and the new guy. Yeah, it's wild. What's crazy is now we're in such a social media world. Like you see yourself like age in 10 years. Usually, if you do a movie and there's a 10-year gap in a movie, it's all hair and makeup to make you look 10 years older. I see the gray hair on my chin like start to develop during the show. But it's kind of a blessing because people really get to know your characters. I think sometimes they confuse your characters with your real person, but it's kind of a blessing. Like you can tell a story, you can tell a meaningful story with subtleties because you have the time to do it, which is kind of a blessing. It's I find it really fascinating. It's sort of this weird study on everything, but to see these characters grow as people, also I think it makes them seem more real, to the viewer.
When you think of 10 years, if you had like a 12, 13-year-old kid, they're 23 now.
Yeah.
And they could have a family of their own, or, it's new generations being introduced to the show all the time. And there's so much material that we've covered and then still more to go. It's kind of mind-blowing when I think about it.
It's kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah, and also, I mean, it's the sort of the fandom now of the show and lots of other shows that have been in existence. The fandom now is so, I say excessive in the nicest possible way, but like you say, the blur between reality and the show is such now that, you guys are seen to be those people.
We've all grown up together.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty wild too, because, if you're just on the movie run, you can jump into another character and be seen in a different way. But we do the show like all year long. So you don't really have the time to jump in and do a movie really, unless you're in it for a nanosecond. So, people just see you as this character for this long extended time that they really feel like it's real. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. And I think a lot of them have said, the end may come soon enough, but you've given them 10 years. You've given them plenty of stuff to chew on. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Absolute pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey You Guys.